We want to welcome our viewers from across the globe to Roundtable Discuss with your amiable host, Amaka Beké, the host of Legacy. On today's talk show, Roundtable Discuss, we have Evan Phillips. Evan, say hi to our generous viewers.
Hi, everyone. Welcome.
Welcome on the show, Evan. It's nice
Thank
to
you.
have you. And we have Evan, of course, is from Ontario, Canada. And we have Lillian from London, United Kingdom. Say hi to our generous viewers, Lillian.
Hi, viewers. I'm glad to be here again. I hope
Yes,
you're enjoying this show.
sure. I believe they are, and welcome again. And we have Adugo from Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. Say hi to our generous viewers, Adugo.
Hello, everyone. I hope you're ready for today's segment. Let's keep going.
Yes, thank you again. And thanks to our generous viewers as well as our subscribers. You're the most valuable players and keep coming back, keep subscribing, share our words, share our links to your friends and family. And thank you for always stopping by. So today on our on our roundtable discuss, we have the subject matter how to keep yourself happy, how to stay happy. So we are going to begin with Evan Phillips. Evan, with all the challenges surrounding life and humanity, how do you stay happy?
Thanks. Thank you for your hard question. I think keeping oneself happy as well, for me, it's quite simple. I've had time in my life where I have conditioned myself to be, where whatever my surrounding is, I've conditioned myself to find some contentment. You know what I mean? It may be very cold, and because we're here in Canada, right? We're known for being cold. It might be very cold, but I'm not gonna cringe, and just wait for it to get warm, because it probably will be cold for a long time. So there's a space that I'm gonna be at mentally, whereas in there I will find a way to just live, above. I mean, to live and forget that it's really freezing, focus on something that will take your mind from the freezing cold that you probably is afraid of, and just focus on something that will keep you happy. I find it works for me.
Beautiful. And could you tell us at least one or two things that you focus on that keeps you happy? Just so we get an idea of what we might focus on during those times that we are least happy.
Yes. Family is one. A big part of it is family. You probably find something that you will be engaged with with the family, and at being home. And generally, I like to watch a lot of stuff on TV, sports, movies, talk shows. So that it doesn't take much from me, really. I'm not expecting a lot. It doesn't take a lot to make me happy. I'm a very contented person with a little.
Awesome. Wow, awesome. Thank you very much, Philip.
Mhm.
And Lillian, so for you personally, how do you stay happy?
Now that's when we hear the word happiness, and what comes to my mind is, you know, when you're not stressed. To me, like stress is the opposite of happy. So if I'm not stressed, I'm happy. So how do I keep myself happy? Well, being a single mom, I think having time with the kids generally makes me happy. Just seeing them contented, happy in their, chatting away, making fun makes me happy. but I strongly derive joy as well when I put smile on people's faces. When I see people happy, I'm happy,
Wow.
The one thing yesterday, my daughter is involved in my three kids in some girl club, you know. So one of the questions they asked them yesterday in this girls club, like the girls guide, it's girls empowerment club, it's
Yeah.
called. So they have a Zoom every Saturday. And one of the questions they asked them yesterday was, who is your role model? And my daughter said her mom is her role model.
Oh.
And they said, why is your mom your role model? And she said, because she likes taking care of people.
Oh.
And that she would like to grow up one day to take care of people.
Awesome.
So, of course, I'm not a wealthy person. I'm wealthy perhaps in my head or in my heart. But I'm happy, honestly, when people are happy, when I can make somebody, help somebody, you understand? Like it's a fulfillment in my mind.
Yeah.
And that joy that, like you're making someone, especially our people back home. I know it's such a big task those of us in diaspora have had to carry, helping family members, immediate family, friends. They give, they call you, sometimes they don't even call you because they know. But on talking with people, you hear what their problems are and you chip in. Even here, abroad here, maybe another mother is going through stress, helping out, giving them a helping hand. Sometimes just listening to someone ranting away, um, me seeing that I've given them that service and they have a relief makes me happy, And of course, so it's like an accomplishment. So when I feel I've accomplished something, I'm happy. Yeah. Um,
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Lillian.
welcome.
I agree with you. Sometimes giving into other people makes us feel the most fulfilled and it takes us away from our personal challenges. And it also like I want to emphasize on something you said, but not literally, that it's a mindset.
Yeah.
You're not doing something for someone just to make you happy, but because on your on your own path, you have decided to stay happy. So
Yeah.
now when you're giving to someone else, you're giving out of your own um would I call it your own fulfillment. You're not giving from an empty cup, so to speak. You're giving from an overflowing cup.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you very much, Lillian. Adugo, are you there?
Welcome.
Yes, I'm
So,
here.
yeah. Adugo, the same question goes to you. How do you stay? What makes you happy?
Hmm. Let me start by giving you the definition of Adugo and also the definition of Vivian. Then, with that, you'll be able to understand that naturally I am born happy.
Awesome. I want to hear it.
Yes, yes. First of all, my English name is Vivian, and the meaning of Vivian is lively, full of life. That's literally the meaning of Vivian.
Woot
Then,
woot.
then Adugo means the first daughter of an eagle. You know how great an eagle is. An
Wow.
eagle soars
Priceless.
high, all high.
Priceless daughter.
So
Priceless
that's why I
daughter
call it
of
Mr.
a rare
Adugo.
gem.
Thank you. So now you understand. So with these two names that I was given by my parents at birth, I think I came, not that I think, I know I came into those words,
Happy.
being someone that's just naturally happy. I'll tell you something. I remember when people say, what actually makes you sad? I've never seen you mad. I said, well, I get mad, but you don't want to see me mad. What makes me happy? A lot of things make me happy. For the fact that I have life makes me happy. I can't say, oh, if I take an alcohol or if I take a Remimacin or if I take this one, I feel high and I'm happy. No. Looking at my family, it makes me happy.
Oh,
Knowing that I have God in my life, it makes me, that one is even my number one. It makes me happy. Knowing
oh,
that when I pray to God and He answers my prayers,
yep.
I feel, what else do I want in life? That makes me happy. Okay? So honestly, so everything around me, everything, frankly, everything around me, I'm just a happy, jolly, or rather a jolly good person and a
Yeah,
very happy person. So what makes Adugo happy? Life itself, everything good in life makes me happy. Trust me.
yeah.
I can't say, oh, particularly, I have to do this to be happy or I have to do that to be happy. Okay? So Lillian just said something about stress. Let me say something about me being on that state. I can, like today, something came, there's a bad news that I heard today. So you wanted to take away 1 minute of my happiness, but I'm like, well, I'm someone that I encourage myself a lot. So I don't let things stress me out because once I allow those things to
Or
stress
weigh
me
you
out,
down.
that means, or weigh me down. So that means
Yeah,
I have shifted from that angle where God has positioned me to be a
mm-hmm.
happy person.
Yeah,
Because I love to encourage other people and make sure I put smiles on the faces of people.
yeah,
So I can leave the angle where God has set me because what my mom says, what you have is what you will give. So
yeah.
because I am always a very happy person, anyone around me, trust me, you stay with me for five
It's
minutes. If you
contagious.
don't
Happiness
laugh
is
your rate, if
contagious.
if you don't
You
honestly, if
know?
you don't
Yeah.
laugh your rate out, then there's something wrong with you. So I'm
Oh
a
my,
very
oh
I
my,
know
oh
that
my.
very I know that very well about me.
Bring it
If you're in my
on.
if you're in my space, you will definitely be a happy person, honestly,
Yeah.
because I am born to be a happy person. So if you say what makes you happy, life, everything
Makes you
good in
happy.
life makes me happy.
Yes.
Traveling makes me happy. To
Yeah.
explore makes me happy. To help
Yeah.
people makes me happy. To see
Wow.
people happy makes me happy. To see my
Yeah.
family makes me happy. Everything positive makes
Yeah.
me happy because
Wow.
I am happiness. I
Congratulations.
don't I don't even know why my parents didn't call me happiness. That's supposed to be my name.
well, well, talking of that, my mom calls me happiness. My nickname from my mom is happiness. She calls me happiness.
Really?
Yes, yes. And whenever she feels like maybe she has sent me on too many errands for the day, but she still wants
Yeah.
me to be the one to do that errand, she calls me happiness. Whenever I hear her call happy or happiness, I know, okay, she's considerate of the fact that she has sent me on too many errands for the day, but she still wants to count me, count me accountable, hold me accountable for this particular
Hmm.
errand. And
Yes.
I then feel committed to that errand because I know how important it means to her. And she
Important.
calls me happiness.
Exactly.
And my big sister says that my mom's original name that she had named me was happiness at birth.
Oh, really?
Yes. And then she called my sister. My sister, I think, not called actually, mailed her, sent her a mail and told her because my sister was in school, boarding
Hmm.
school when I was born, and my older sister, of course. And when my mom sent her a mail and said, "Oh, I've given birth to our baby, your little sister," and I named her Happiness. My sister says, "No, you can't name her Happiness. That name is too old. You should name her Joy.
Okay.
You should name her
Oh,
Joy."
Okay.
really?
Yes.
Yes.
And
Oh,
and then my
I
mom
see.
changed it to Joy. But my mom,
Same. Joy,
yes,
happiness,
and my mom
same.
still
Joy
retained the
and
name.
happiness, they're all the
Yes,
same.
my mom
Yes.
still retained the name Happiness because that was her
Oh,
original name that she had for me.
yes.
Then
Oh.
my Igbo name, my native name, which is Uzamaka, was given to me by my godmother. My godmother, by the way, is my aunt, my father's brother's wife, my father's older brother's wife. So, and she named me Uzamaka, and I think that Uzamaka, by the way, it means like great future or good road, good fortune.
Yeah.
You it's interpreted in different ways. I
Yes.
consider it beautiful future / good fortune. And I find also that the name, people who bear it, they are somewhat unstoppable. You know, they chase great goals. They are very feisty. They're very self-reliant. I love that. And I have a cousin who bears who goes by the name Amaka as well for her Igbo name, and we sort of are like, we're identical in our characters, characteristically, especially where it comes to goal chasing and being the best that we can. But on top of that, we are very happy people. You know, by nature, for those who have experienced me, is like what you were saying was just like mirroring me. For everyone who has experienced me, I am very humorous.
Yeah.
Yes, I make humor out of everything and out of nothing.
Everything.
Just me. You know how people, when they are looking for dates, they say, I'm humorous, especially the guys. I always like, you can be humorous as much as I am. I'm so humorous. You know, and I got that from my dad. And on the other hand, I'm a very happy person by nature. I just, you know, the odds are too heavy for me. If I'm not happy, then I'm gonna be sad. Then I'm gonna be weighed down by my problems. You know, yes,
yeah, if you're not happy, people around you won't be. The kids won't be.
Yeah.
The family
And
won't be.
happiness
That's the truth.
is contagious. And
It's
sometimes
very contagious, and it comes from inside. It's not something you can fake.
Yes, you can't fake it. It's true.
You can't fake it.
I remember one time I went to Seneca College, where I studied justice administration, and one time one of my professors, who I would say is the meanest person around. I'm not gonna call names. This professor once said to me, "Wow, that's no wonder you're always smiling. Your name is Joy. Wow." Because of course people call me Uzo. Like they call me Uzo at school. They call me Uzo at you know, in Canada in general. People who call me Joy are probably people I feel like Uzo might be just too difficult for them. I just tell them Joy. And of course my dearest friends call me Amaka, and I love Amaka. There's something about that name, but I love the name Uzo too. There's something about Uzo. That's another story for another day. But I tell you what, you know, when you meet me, you can't have a description of me as someone who is moody or someone who is sad. Am I moody? Of course, my Cancer side is very moody because I'm, you know, very passionate sometimes, and I'm always in my feelings sometimes as well. You know, maybe overthinking things, over processing things. But all in all, you could never have me sad. And I have so many things that keeps me happy. Besides helping people problem solve, I like to make myself happy. I eat whatever I crave. Yes, I can tell you that. If I'm craving pizza, guess what? The next minute I'm eating pizza. If I'm craving chicken wings, the next minute I'm eating chicken wings. If I'm craving abacha, which is my favorite local dish, the next minute I'm eating abacha. You know, I make sure that I eat whatever I crave. And when it comes to drinking, I call myself a tester, or rather a taster. You know, I taste all kinds of drinks. It can be soft drink, it can be alcoholic drink. I don't drink too much. I also know my limits. But you know, whatever will keep me happy, I have my teary moments. I let it go. You know, I let myself have it. I go through it. And then afterwards, I drink something and I forget about the sad moments, you know, because I feel like it's my prerogative to keep myself happy. So everything I get to do to keep myself happy, girl, I'm going to do that. And you know what? That's what I owe to myself. I don't have to wait on someone to make me happy. And, you know, Ivan says something on our one-on-one and he says, he doesn't wait on anyone to motivate him. I'm also self-motivated, you know, and that is true. And I find that when we relieve people of the responsibility of keeping us happy, keeping us motivated, then you know, we can actually be that for ourselves, and let other people draw from our well of abundance, if anything. So back to making ourselves happy. Even, how do you make other people happy?
Well, it's been said already. You guys did so eloquently because you, yeah, once you are happy yourself, and it's contagious. So the people around you are mostly, going to feed off that. And this is what I like, unlike doing also, wherever I am, wherever I go, I try to make people laugh. I'm saying something or I'm doing something because I don't want to see frowns. I want to see crowns. So I just try to create the environment where everybody has a light-hearted moment. Live in the
Yeah.
moment. Yeah,
And
try to do.
I can attest to that. I can
Thank you.
testify.
Thank you.
Ivan is so hilarious, guys. He is. He cracks
It's
me up all the
better.
time.
It's better to be, they say it takes how many hundreds of muscles to have a frown, and it takes just one to smile. So it
Wow.
costs us less in the long run. Just be happy. But like I said at first, whatever situation, I'm adjusting
Wow.
to
So
find
so do I.
happiness.
I adjust
I'm,
so
I
quickly.
I don't have to have a lot of money as long as my bills are paid. The kids
Yeah.
are. I don't worry about not being able to
Talking
go.
about bills, that's the only thing that stresses me out. To be honest, to be honest, once my bills are paid, I'm the happiest person. I feel light,
Right,
you
right,
know,
exactly.
and just to add to what Ivan is saying, I try as much as I can to not complain. There are times that life blows you up, like hits you, gets you on the blind, catches you on the blind side, and I mean like throws something that is very tricky or sticky or upsetting.
Mhm.
I, of course, I take it in strides, but also I don't like to mull over it. I don't like to dwell. And if I'm realizing that I'm dwelling too much, girl, boy, I'm gonna drink something and get it over with. I don't like to dwell. Like I get a Guinness, a bottle of Guinness, I'll flush it out my system because Guinness is bitter. I get flush out the bitterness out of my system. That's where I don't complain. I look for solutions and I focus on the solution because that's the best thing I can do. I just can't allow it to eat me up. I don't like to go up in flames. No, I like to quench the fire. Thank you very much, Ivan.
Yes, and you're right because if there's a problem, mulling over it isn't going to you know solve.
Solve it.
You
No,
got to dig
it's
down
not a
for,
solution.
for solutions. You
Yeah,
know that is how you get rid of problems, not do things to make the problems bigger.
yeah. So Lillian, how about the times that someone is actually getting you upset?
So, like you mean, how do we then pull away from that
Yeah,
and still
yeah,
keep ourselves in the happy place?
yes.
Yeah, I think first of all we have to acknowledge, that we are human. Those emotions are bound to come, the emotions of anger, sadness, you just name all those
Disappointment,
disappointments.
mhm,
Yeah, you feel those emotions.
emotions. Yeah,
And happiness is an emotion.
yeah.
So of course we want to always be in our happy place. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like Adugo said earlier, we don't want something to steal our joy.
Yeah,
We don't want something to kill it. So like they said, there's time for everything. If I'm having a misunderstanding with another, I'll try as much as I can to resolve that situation,
yeah,
and so that it doesn't linger. It's when it's lingering, that's when it's sapping away your energy, and it's that energy that you need for your happiness. So the quicker we resolve those problems,
yeah,
especially when a problem is lingering, you have to go for it head on. I
yeah,
know.
yeah,
I
yeah.
know. Me,
Yeah. I
myself and
find
you
that.
have had conversations in the
Yeah,
past regarding, some issues, private life issues.
yeah,
And whereas sometimes having head-on conversations with people could be a discomfort.
true.
There are some conversations we don't want to have, But if those situations keep making us miserable,
Yeah.
and keep taking away from our joy, of course I have to. So
It's
yes,
time.
if I have a
Yeah. It's
fallout,
time to address them.
yeah, address it head on till
True.
till till I'm satisfied. You understand?
Yes.
You would know within you when um answers to your queries are satisfactory to you.
Yeah.
You will know when you still have lingering doubts
Yeah.
about a situation.
Mm-hmm.
So until I try to resolve those problems and then move on from there. And another thing is, you have to have that contentment, which Yvonne talked about earlier.
Yeah.
So your expectation, we just have to realize in life. We've had talks about relationship in our previous segments,
Yeah.
that human beings are volatile. They
They
are
are.
unpredictable
Mm.
sometimes.
Yeah.
So in our relationship with them, it's never going to be rosy all the
No,
time.
all the time. No.
Exactly. So we have to learn to deal with people as they come, handle the
Mm-hmm.
problems we can,
Yeah.
problems we cannot resolve. We identify when we can no longer deal with this issue. If it's sapping us our energy, we need to say, now,
Enough.
I can no
And
longer deal with this.
move on from them.
And move. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Lillian. So Adugo,
Yes, please.
um, talking about keeping yourself happy. How about when you have like a bad news?
How about when I have like a what?
A bad news and it's a bad day. How do you keep yourself
Oh, okay.
happy? How do you pull yourself
Oh,
away from that situation?
yes. Okay. That's a very good question because it actually happened to me today. If you can remember what I said a few minutes ago.
Yes, I like to capture the moment.
Yes.
That's why I'm a talk show host. Get it?
That's good. Yeah. Actually, I mean, just like what Lillian said, right? We are
Yeah,
human and we're bound to show emotions when things happen.
yeah,
For some people, it could last a longer time. For some, it could be like a 5 minute thing and they will just snap out of it. So
yes,
it depends on how it functions or how the person takes, oh, sorry, how the person is able to handle the situation. But
yeah,
somebody like me, personally, I'm someone that when something happens, like what I heard today, when something happens, the first thing I think about first, I'll say, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, which is a very normal thing that I usually say. Oh my God, oh my
yeah.
God, oh my God. So once I say that,
Disbelieving.
just give me like 2 minutes. Yes, the next minute I'm thinking of the solution. I hate to
Absolutely.
dwell. Yes, I hate to dwell in any situation that is a negative situation. I hate to
Me
dwell on
too.
it. So what
Me
I do
too.
is, for instance, if someone tells me today, oh, do you know that an investment that you did? Do you know that you lost the money? I'll be like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I pull out this money from a particular place that I'm not supposed to pull out money from. So the next thing I'm thinking of, oh my God, what am I going to do now? How am I going to put the money back? Then I
Yeah,
start strategizing in my head. Okay, Vivian, you need to work harder. Okay, you need to do this. Okay, what am I supposed to do to do? So instantly I'll start looking for solutions within me. And with the words, the things that I said earlier, I'm someone that I encourage myself a lot. I motivate and encourage myself a lot. I don't have to sit down and wait for someone to come and pamper me or pat me at the back. Oh, don't worry, everything is going to be okay. I am the one that does that to people, to say, hey, come on, chill out, everything will be fine. So by the time I start giving myself 1 or 2 words, I sit back. And let me go back to my origin. My family, the way my parents, especially my father, the way he trained me in a way whereby he would tell me that he says he calls it a is it shock observer or something like that. Like if something happens to you, he will tell me, listen, if something happens to you, let me speak in Igbo. Sit back and think of how you can now grow back. Like if something has happened to you, sit back and start thinking how you can be able to bounce back. Don't dwell in it. Yes, you can feel, I mean, you can feel lost, you can feel sad for a moment, for 2 minutes, but don't dwell in it. Do I dwell in my problems? No, I don't. Do I dwell in my challenges? No, I don't. But rather, I take out the time that other people use to dwell in it. I use it to sit down and start thinking of how am I going to do this? How am I going to get out of this? What is the solution? What strategy am I going to use to be able to come out of this situation? So, I mean, that's practically how I handle mine. Every other person, for some people, you will see them, they might have some challenges in life, and you can talk from now till 1 month. They're still dwelling in it, they're still crying over it, they're still like,
Tell me
the
about
world,
it.
the
Tell
world,
me about
I'm
it.
telling
They let
you,
Yeah.
the world
but I
crash
think,
on them.
Well,
exactly.
let me just chip in though, so that we
Yes.
don't really forget how issues, there could be issues like why people don't snap out of things as quickly as others might. We just have to realize that we have thresholds, where people have gone beyond what we would say normal into some abnormal situations, and so I'm trying to breach into the area of mental health where people have unequal capacities than
Oh, that is so
the
true.
regular individuals. Yes.
We should
And
recognize that. True.
yeah, we have to be mindful of that, because sometimes we would wonder, oh, why has this person dwelt so much? This issue has been ongoing, but and we really don't know, like, why that is happening. I mean, people go through different situations at the same
Yeah,
time, and they say, like,
Lillian, I'm not trying to interrupt you, right? I
yeah.
totally understand what you're saying. That's why I say that different people have their own different ways of handling issues.
Mm-hmm.
So that exactly is actually what will actually make us to be, or will I say that makes us to be human beings individually. Do you understand?
Definitely.
So the way we all have our own different way of handling situations. But in my own case, that doesn't mean that because I handle my own situation I mean, by doing all this, that doesn't mean that the other person that is dwelling in it, I mean, I've written that person off. No, 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 not at all.
True, yeah.
Everybody
Yeah,
have,
it could be
yes,
have that.
everybody,
Yeah.
they all have weight, yes. They all have what they're dealing with, but I still sit on it and still encourage people. Do not dwell. So far you have life. That is one thing that is one thing I believe in. There is nothing that is impossible. So far you have life. And you can be able to accomplish that. So far you have life. My father will tell you, do you know that someone has actually set up an industry? And for the first time that they're operating in that industry, the whole thing will like it burns down from the roof to the top. Did the person
Wow.
die? And I will say no. He says, so each time that you're in a situation that you feel that it's too tight for you, remember that there are other people that have gone through that route, even worse things than you. So never dwell in a situation for too long. I totally understand that mental health people could have challenges and all that, but still, it still doesn't stop me from encouraging people to see a way to get out of the situation where it will actually, I mean, where you can actually, where you will actually dwell